Starting with the greatest name of Almighty Allah, who is the most merciful and kind, who is the King of kings, who is the creator of creature, who is the one, who was the one, and will be the one forever. Of course, he is the real God of this universe. First of all, Assalamu alaikum to all of my audience, to all of my friends, and all of my mentor. My name is Salmanwazir, and I belong to North Waziristan. Today, I have given the opportunity to represent the topic, and the topic name is the modern science in the light of Quran. You know, the modern science which we are studying nowadays was proved by the Quran 1400 years before. So this is the mystery of Quran. So today I will explain some of the facts which the Quran had proved 1400 years before, and the science world came to prove these statements, or you can say these facts, a few centuries before. So first of all, let's start from the biology field. In biology, we studied about the cell. What is meant by cell? Cell is the basic structural and functional unit of living organism. For example, if I am the organism, so my basic unit from which my body is developed, this is cell. So in biology, we studied about that cell is composed of 85 to 90% of water. You know, this statement was proved by the scientists a few centuries before, but you know, Quran proved this statement 1400 years before. You know, in Surah Al-Anbiya verse number 30, Allah says that وَجَعَلْنَا مِنَ الْمَاءِ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ حَيٍّ. The translation is that, and we have created each and everything from water. So Quran proved this statement 1400 years before. You know, like how is it possible that Quran proved this statement? You know, this is holy Quran, this is holy book, and this is the mystery of Quran. Similarly, we studied about receptor. What is meant by receptor? Let's explain by a short example. You know, if my like if I put my hand near the heat, so suddenly I will put my hand away from the heat. So how is it possible? Like, and how it occur? Like, for example, in a nanosecond, I put away my hand from the hot thing. Like, my body experience that this is hot thing, and this is not good for you. So you know, there are such things which is called receptors, and it experience the hotness, and these receptors send the message to the brain that this is uncomfortable thing, and the brain sent the message to the body. Like, the brain sent message to the muscles, and it ordered to it, like, you have to put away your hand from the heat because it is uncomfortable for you. So suddenly we put our hand away from the heat. So this is these are receptors. You know, receptors were proved by the scientists a few centuries before, but you know, Quran explained and said in a great detail about receptors. You know, in Surah An-Nisa verse number 56, Allah says it, and those people who do not accept our verses, or you can say signs, we will put them into hell, and when due to hotness of hell their skin destroyed, so we will exchange their skin into new so that they can feel the hotness. So why Allah says that? Because there are special things which are receptors which feel the hotness, or you can say the stimuli. Without receptors, which we cannot feel the hotness, or you can say the coldness of the thing. So receptors were proved by the Quran and explained by the Quran in a vast detail. This is the mystery of Quran. Like how like how 1400 years before in a desert someone know about receptors. Oh, that these are the receptors due to which we feel the hotness, or you can say the coldness of something. This is the mystery of Quran. Similarly, you know, when I was a student, I was keep thinking that, does the sun also rotate about its own axis? You know, I come to the answer when I read this verse of Surah Al-Anbiya. In Surah Al-Anbiya, Allah says that, and we have created earth, moon, day, night, and sun, and each of them continues to move in a specific time. You know, in this verse, like, Allah says that each of them, so in each of them sun also come. Like, as I told you, that in the verse Allah also explained, and Allah also reminded about the sun, that the sun also rotate to that the sun also rotate about its own axis. So this is the mystery of Quran. And you know, scientists a few centuries before, I think in 18th century, I don't know about his name, that what his name was, and he proved this law, or you can say this theory, that the sun also rotate about its own axis. But Quran proved 1400 years before. This is the mystery of Quran, and this is the holy book, and this is a sign that this is the holy book. This is not a man-made book. You know, in the field of reproduction in biology, we studied that the sperm and ooa combine and then an embryo form. You know, Quran explained these fertilization. This process is called fertilization when the sperm and ooa combine and thus an embryo form. You know, Quran proved and explained this concept in a vast detail 1400 years before. In Surah Yasin, Allah says that, and we have created man from a thickest liquid. So what is meant by thickest liquid? Thickest liquid means sperm from male and egg from female. You know, the sperm from male do not come directly in the form of sperm. It comes in a form of liquid which is called semen. So like semen is a liquid. So Allah explain about sperms, that these are the sperms due to which the new individual form, and this is the ooa from which the new individual form from the female. So this is the mystery of Quran. Similarly, um, like we studied about the plant, like in plant we have both male and female reproductive organs. For example, the male part is called stamen, in which anther and filament come in female part there is a carpel, in which stigma, ovary and style come. You know, Quran proved this statement 1400 years before, and scientists came to know that that yes, plant also contain male and female reproductive part. You know, 14 few centuries before scientists proved it, but Quran proved this statement 1400 years before. In Surah Yasin, Allah says that, and we have created each and everything in pair. Similarly, we have created those things in pair which are grown in soil. So what things are grown in soil? Of course, the plants grown in soil. So this is the mystery of Quran. And there are a lot of concepts which the Quran proved and explained in a vast detail. For example, water cycle, evaporation, Quran proved a lot of. But you know, time is short, so I have to give opportunity to my other fellows as well. So I want to give up my presentation, and I hope that your faiths are now fresh and you don't feel any doubt about Quran. So this was all about the modern science in the light of Quran. So thank you so much for your cooperation, and see you in the next video. Keep supporting me. Thank you so much.